What's happening, everybody? Farley back again. This is probably not the ninth time I've tried this. So, anyway, I kind of got sidetracked a couple weeks ago. I was doing the best heavy metal songs of the 80s, year by year, and I'd actually finished 1982. Made a video for 83, but the audio and the video did not sync. So I was having some issues with my camera. So I'm hoping that's fixed because it seems like the longer the video goes, the higher the chance that it will not be synced with the audio. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to try to keep this short. But man, so like I said, I got through 82. I did a video for 83. Deleted it because of the issues I was having. So I'm going to go back and do 1983. And I'll be honest with you, ever since I made that video for 1983, and deleted it, I've gone back and forth with what should be the song of the year for heavy metal for that year. I knew going in it would be the hardest year, and it really, really was. I mean, you've got, if you look at the albums released that year, you've got Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. You had a new drummer coming in, Nico McBrain, replacing Clive Burr. And so, and you knew when you played that album, track one, Where Eagles Dare, you knew you would, like, the band hadn't lost anything with the drumming because, man, and I'm a fan of Clive Burr, but Nico McBrain killed it on that album, especially to come out like he did with track one. But the song off that album that really, really caused me to think a lot to vote it number one, The Trooper, of course, with those guitar harmonies and the vocals. Oh, man. It's just a great, great song. And then you had Dio. Dio had been in Rainbow, and then, 2 albums with Black Sabbath, and then finally made his solo album with Dio, Holy Diver. And, he brought over Vinny Appice, or Appice, whatever you want to call him, on drums, and Vivian Campbell from, Sweet Savage on guitars, and I never remember the bass player's name. But he was good. It formed like, this really solid band. And that first album, I mean, if you look back on his record with Rainbow and Black Sabbath, this album really, to me, and I think to a lot of others, is better than anything he had done previously. And that's definitely what I think. Especially with the song Holy Diver. I mean, that is an anthem, man. That is, that song, in terms of heavy metal, it'll last forever. And influenced so many bands. And then you had Metallica come out with Kill 'Em All. So you've got kind of this new music that's coming in. Thrash, with its punk influences and its new wave of British heavy metal influences and Motorhead and, just the speed and violence, and the lyrical content. Just, it really was like a brand new thing. It was like a smack in the face to metal for that year. And the fact that it's still around is a testament to, 1983 as the launching year for that. It's just such a big year because so many of those bands are still making albums, still impacting music to this day, especially Metallica with their album Kill 'Em All. And this is the song that I've gone back and forth as number one. I've gone back and forth between Metallica, the Four Horsemen, and Dio, Holy Diver. I've actually a few times thrown the Trooper in there. But the more I think about it, the more, I can cheat. I could do the tie. These are the 2 best songs tied. But I'm not going to do that. So, number 3 coming in for the best song in 1983 is going to be The Trooper. Number 2 is going to be The Four Horsemen. And number 1 is going to be Dio, Holy Diver. It's just a great song, man. And like I mentioned before, it's one of those songs that's going to stand the test of time. If I were doing the best albums of 1983, I would probably put Kill 'Em All 1. But since we're doing just one song, I think I got to go with Dio, Holy Diver, to see how great, Dio, Ronnie James Dio was in Rainbow, and then Black Sabbath just really held it down on Black Sabbath, man. Did Black Sabbath miss a beat without Ozzy? It's a lot of discussion about that. Personally, I think Dio is better than the 2 albums he made with Black Sabbath, and I think it's better than anything he did in Rainbow. And a lot of those songs that he did with those former bands, are legendary. But I think nothing will last as long in terms of the memory of Ronnie James Dio was Holy Diver. That is just, to me, that is just the song that I identify with him and the band. And so many bands look back on that and Ronnie James Dio as so influential. You know, there's a lot of bands out there, especially like the power metal bands, that I think owe a lot to him, especially like with his vocal styles. So that's the song I got to go with for 1983. But man, it was tough. I had 3 songs really that came down to, and then I've gone back and forth between Metallica and Dio, but I think I got to give it to Dio for Song of the Year. If I were doing Album of the Year, I'd do Kill 'Em All. So many other great albums. You had Ozzy doing What Bark at the Moon. Slayer had their debut. So many. But 1983 to me, 1983 and 1988 to me were the best 2 years of heavy metal history. From traditional heavy metal to the beginnings of thrash, to Iron Maiden and Motorhead, and so many bands that just were in their heyday at the time. It is so hard to choose, man, and I knew that would be hard, but I got to give it to Ronnie James and the boys. Dio, Holy Diver, #1 song, 1983. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and yeah, I'll be hopefully, as long as the equipment holds up, I'll be continuing to do this. Try to do like one a week. So look forward to making more videos and having some input from you guys and gals. Talk to you soon. Farley out.